I go to a survivors group. There's a group called SOBS, which is Survivors of Bereavement by Suicide, where other people go who have lost family members to suicide. And I just said to a few people, look, I want to do something, maybe raise some funds and try and do something. Is anybody up for that? And a couple of them said, yeah, we've lost our children as well. Why don't we try and do something? It'd be nice to be able to try and make a difference and try and prevent other parents going through what we've been through, because we all have very similar experiences. The tragedy is overwhelming. We are now different people than the ones we were before. I mean, the three of us were thinking, we could sit back and carry on our life in exactly the same way as we've done before. So I work for myself. So I sit at my desk in my office and I work. And I could just carry on my life in exactly the same way as what happened before. But what sort of person would that make me then if I didn't try and do something to make a difference? And I think that's why the OLLIE Foundation then started to take shape. So we looked into it. There's a Canadian company called Living Works. They provide assist training, which is applied suicide intervention skills training. They're the world leaders in suicide prevention training. They will train teachers what to spot, what signs can you look out for, so that you can intervene and ask those questions. So we realised that if we raised some funds, then we could provide this free training for secondary schools. In fact, anybody that works with young people. It could be a youth worker, it could be charities that work with young people, sports clubs. We would be offering free training to anybody that wants that training, so they can spot the signs. There are 3 trustees of the charity who've all lost our children. We put the word out and said to our contacts, who wants to come and be part of a charity? Let's just see if there's a will out there to try and do something. And about 10 or 15 people put their hands up and said, yeah, we'd like to do something. One of the things is that when we tried to find an assist trainer to actually deliver the training, we realised that there actually wasn't one in St Albans or Watford. There wasn't actually anybody local that we could tap into to come and deliver that training. So we thought, well, why don't we just train our own trainer? Why don't we have someone in St Albans who will be responsible for the delivery of this training, rather than trying to outsource it to someone else in the country? And so on the back of that, we thought, well, if that's the case, we may as well set up our own charity. So the OLLIE Foundation is One Life Lost is Enough. The first aim is to raise the funds in order to be able to deliver the training to teachers, youth workers, etc. And the second aim is to train the trainer, so that the OLLIE Foundation has its own assist trainers who will then be affiliated to the charity, who then are going to deliver the training across the whole of St Albans, Watford, and in fact the whole of the county. That's our aim. So we've got a number of charitable events that are in the pipeline. They're all geared up to raising those funds to deliver those 2 aims, and hopefully make St Albans and Watford and the county of Hertfordshire a safer place for kids, because no parents should really go through what we have. That's the plan.